Before we begin with the summary of Season 2, let's do a brief recap of what happened in Season 1. Decades ago, portals began to appear all around the world, connecting our reality to dungeons filled with monsters. Since then, there has been a constant conflict between these creatures and hunters, individuals who awakened special abilities to fight them. Sung Jinwoo, an E-rank hunter, the lowest and weakest rank, works to support his sick mother and his sister. Unlike others, hunters cannot improve their abilities or their rank after awakening. However, during a dangerous raid in a double dungeon, Jinwoo acquires a unique ability. He can level up like in a video game. As he fights and grows stronger, Jinwoo achieves incredible feats, such as obtaining the recipe for the elixir of life, capable of curing any disease, and becoming the King of Shadows, a title that allows him to command an army of shadow soldiers. Now, I will summarize Season 2 of Solo Leveling, Arise from the Shadow. Jinwoo dresses elegantly, like a true gentleman, to attend a meeting at his younger sister's school, Sung Jinwoo. His change in appearance is so striking that even his sister doesn't recognize him at first because of how good he looks. During the meeting, they have an interview with one of Gina's teachers, who highlights the qualities of the young girl. The teacher mentions that Gina is a very friendly student with excellent grades. She also comments that, according to the evaluations, Gina has a high chance of being accepted into the medical university she aspires to, so there is no need to pressure her. When the interview comes to an end, the teacher has one more question for Jinwoo. She asks, with some curiosity, if he would recommend Gina work as a hunter in case she awakened abilities. Jinwoo, in a serious tone, responds firmly that no. The teacher had already expected this answer, but takes the opportunity to ask Jinwoo for another favor, though it is not specified what it is. After the meeting, Jinwoo decides to visit his younger sister's friend, Song Yi. Jinwoo shows her his phone, and Song Yi immediately realizes that he is Sung Jina's brother. Although Song Yi doesn't know what the teacher told Jinwoo, she makes it clear that she has no intention of going to school or quitting being a hunter. She is E-rank, and won't be able to make a living any other way. However, he explains to her that in Jinwoo's assault team, where she is a member, she might find a way to survive. Song Yi, somewhat frustrated, tells Jinwoo that if he came just to lecture her, he might as well leave. She also reminds him that he is also E-rank. However, Jinwoo is not there to give her lessons, but for another reason. On the other hand, the S-rank hunter, Hwang Dong-soo, has finally arrived in Korea. Upon his arrival, he is welcomed by Woo Jinchul, a manager from the association. However, Dong-soo feels no appreciation for the country and makes it clear that he won't stay long. He tells Jinchul not to worry about it. Intrigued, Jinchul asks if his return to the homeland he abandoned is related to two particular people. Dong-soo, with an indifferent attitude, responds that Jinchul shouldn't ask questions if he already knows the answer. He then adds that the supervision team should look the other way, as he plans to do as he pleases with those people in a dungeon, starting with the E rank and then moving on to the D rank. Finally, Dong-soo challenges Jinchul, asking if he intends to stop him. Jinchul responds that he is just fulfilling his mission. In a meeting, the S-rank hunter, Jong-in, informs President Gun-hee about a concerning detail. The bodies of the monsters that fell into the sea belong to creatures that have the ability to fly, which could become a serious problem. For the time being, Gun-hee decides to take charge of investigating these monsters further. On the other hand, at a recently appeared C-rank portal, Sang-min, Ki-chul, Jinwoo, and Song Yi gather. This raid will serve as a practical exercise for the newer hunters. The attack team will consist of 10 people. An A-rank hunter named Kin Chol, who is a tank and will act as the leader of the attack team. 5 B-rank hunters, and 2 C-rank hunters. With Jinwoo and Song Yi, the group is complete. Jinwoo observes the team's composition and hoped that this experience would allow Song Yi to face the harsh reality and reflect. However, he notices that the team is too strong, and he doesn't want them to complete the raid too easily. Ki-chul asks Jinwoo to limit himself to observing so that the new hunters can participate, and Jinwoo agrees to that. The team enters the portal, but something doesn't seem right. Jinwoo senses that something strange is happening, and realizes that the C-rank portal has transformed into a red portal, which represents an extreme danger. Immediately, Jinwoo tells Sang-min and Ki-chul to alert the main attack team about the situation. The news quickly reaches the S-rank hunter, Baek Yoonho, who receives a call informing him of the problem. Without hesitation, Yoonho decides to head to the location to deal with the threat. The hunters find themselves in a snowy place. Unlike regular portals, entering a red portal means losing all contact with the outside world. There are only 2 ways to exit: by defeating the dungeon's boss or by finding a breach. Help cannot be provided from the outside. Furthermore, red portals are filled with monsters more powerful than expected. Suddenly, the hunters are attacked by arrows shot by the ice elves. Jinwoo protects Song Yi from the attack. Since the elves are at a great distance, it's difficult to notice their presence. Jinwoo analyzes the situation and concludes that the ice elves attacked the two weakest hunters. 2 months ago, he himself would have been one of those targets. Song Yi asks him what those elves are. Jinwoo explains that the ice elves are cruel and ruthless, known among hunters as white demons. The red portal is classified as B rank or higher. Kim, the A rank hunter and the highest ranked member of the group, takes the lead. He decides that, to increase their chances of survival, they should split into 2 groups. He argues that staying together in the same place could lead them to freeze or be killed by the monsters. Kim promises that those who accompany him will survive, but he states that he will not take any C rank or lower hunters with him, as he cannot carry them. Kim explains that 1 day inside the portal is equivalent to 1 hour outside, meaning they could be trapped for months. For him, leaving the weaker hunters behind is the only way to free the group of unnecessary burdens. He also reminds them that if they defeat the dungeon's boss, they can return home. One hunter decides to stay with the group of lower-ranked hunters, where Jinwoo is. Her decision is based on the fact that Jinwoo was the one who detected the ice elf arrows, while Kim did not. She assumes that Jinwoo could be an A-rank hunter, or even higher. Kim takes the cleared path with his group, while Jinwoo's group heads into the forest. As they move forward, Kim's group finds bear claw marks from ice bears. Kim assumes that Jinwoo's group is doomed, as facing those monsters would be lethal. However, he wonders why there is a C-rank hunter and a B-rank hunter in that group, and why everyone seems to consider Jinwoo as their leader. Soon after, Kim's group encounters the ice bears and begins fighting them. On the other hand, Jinwoo's group also notices the ice bear marks, meaning they are in ice bear territory. However, Jinwoo decides that it is safer to go deeper into the forest, as facing the intelligent elves is more dangerous. The cold in the forest is intense, but Jinwoo uses his inventory to take out appropriate coats for everyone. This act surprises the other hunters, who do not understand how Jinwoo has access to something as unusual as interdimensional magic. Jinwoo tells Song Yi that since he brought her into the portal, he will take responsibility for her. Jinwoo then tells the others that they should not ask him anything or demand any explanations. Outside the portal, Hunter Baek Yoonho is present. Sungmin explains to Baek that Jinwoo is inside the red portal, though it has not yet been confirmed whether Jinwoo has had a second awakening. Shortly afterward, Dong-soo arrives at the location, and Baek asks him what he is doing there. Dong-soo responds that he has come for Jinwoo, but due to the red portal, he cannot reach him. Inside the portal, Jinwoo, after defeating several ice bears, realizes that red portals grant much more experience. Meanwhile, the group rests around a campfire, eating bear meat, and they notice that there are almost no bears left in the area. Despite this, they are still confused by the immense power that Jinwoo has demonstrated. On the other hand, Jinwoo continues to defeat the ice bears, but this time he does something new. He decides to test his new class by summoning his shadows, infantry, mages with powerful fire attacks, and finally, Igris. Jinwoo orders them to face the ice bears, but during the battle, his ability consumes a lot of mana. Then, the boss appears, a giant ice bear, who quickly eliminates the shadow soldiers. In response, Jinwoo orders Igris to face the boss. After several attacks, Igris easily defeats the boss with his sword. Jinwoo realizes that if Igris had used his sword from the beginning in the confrontation, he would have undoubtedly lost. He even thinks that he might still be weaker than Igris. In the end, Jinwoo congratulates Igris for his excellent work. Meanwhile, the group led by Kim has been massacred by the ice elves. Terrified by the situation, Kim decides to flee from the area. Meanwhile, the leader of the ice elves lurks in the shadows. Jinwoo, after finishing the confrontation, extracts the shadows from the defeated ice bears. 3 hours have passed when the red portal appears, which means about 3 days have passed inside. Dong-soo believes that Jinwoo must be dead inside the portal, and decides to leave, but he has some doubts. Jinwoo is not from the Byakko Guild, so Dong-soo wonders how he was able to enter with Baek's team. Sangmin responds that Jinwoo is an acquaintance of his. Sangmin brought Jinwoo because he wanted to see a C-rank raid. Suddenly, Dong-soo attacks Sangmin, commenting that he has always been good at sniffing out interesting things. Baek Yoonho grabs Dong-soo's arm, telling him to let go of Sangmin. Furious, Dong-soo tells Baek that he is a nobody who acts big in a tiny country. This enrages Baek. Sangmin, worried, says that they need to stop them. They need to avoid a fight between S-ranks. The 2 S-rank hunters prepare and begin to fight. Meanwhile, inside the red portal, Kim is walking through the forest and finds the defeated ice bears. Upon seeing this, Kim thinks that it was either the E-rank group or the white demons. Afterwards, outside the portal, Jinchul stops the fight between the S-ranks. thanking them for holding back at the last moment to avoid breaking their arms. Jinchul tells Dongsu that he doesn't know what he suspects, but after examining Jinwoo 2 months ago, he concluded without a doubt that he is E rank, and Hwang Dong-suk died fighting the monsters. That concluded his supervision. Dongsu tells them that this story is a lie. He believes that Jinwoo from the Yujin Construction Company killed his brother. Jinchul then asks him why he is going after Jinwoo, to which Dongsu responds that it is to take a life. Dongsu, upon receiving a message on his phone, decides to leave. Sangmin knows better than anyone how impressive Jinwoo is, and believes that Jinwoo will come out of the red portal alive. Inside the portal, Kim, furious and confused, watches the E-rank group. They have coats, blankets, a tent, and food. Upon seeing this, Kim understands what is happening. Enraged, he shouts at them, saying that the members of his team died because they didn't have any equipment or supplies. He demands to know who hoarded the supplies and led them to their deaths. Kim, noticing the presence of the B-rank hunter, Heejin, assumes that she knew what was going on from the start, which is why she joined them. He warns them that if they are covering up the culprit, they are accomplices, and gives them 3 seconds to confess. As he counts, Kim is convinced that Jinwoo is the one responsible. When he reaches 3, Jinwoo suddenly appears, attacks him, and throws him far away from the area. He asks him, "Who are you saying led the others to their death?" Kim brings in some camouflaged visitors, and Jinwoo orders them to reveal themselves. They turn out to be the Ice Elves. The leader of the elves comments that among the humans, there is one useful one, referring to the rest as trash. Jinwoo asks him if he really just called them that. However, Jinwoo's group does not understand the language they are speaking. Surprised, the elf leader realizes that Jinwoo understands their language, though Jinwoo doesn't know why. He suspects it has something to do with the system. The leader explains that one elf, whom Jinwoo had encountered before, mentioned that there was a powerful human among them. Suddenly, Jinwoo decapitates that elf and asks the leader to continue with the explanation. When Jinwoo attacks the leader, he fails to injure him, realizing that the leader will be a difficult opponent. The leader asks why Jinwoo is among humans if he is not one of them, but Jinwoo doesn't seem to have an answer. At that moment, the Ice Elves hear a voice ordering them to kill the humans, but Jinwoo does not perceive it. The elves deduce that it could be because Jinwoo is a player. The leader offers a deal. If Jinwoo hands over the humans in his group, they will leave him alone. Jinwoo asks why they are fighting humans, but just as the leader tries to respond, something interferes, and Jinwoo cannot understand it. When Jinwoo refuses to accept the deal, the leader points out that they are at a numerical disadvantage, but Jinwoo asks him if he truly believes that he is alone. At that moment, Jinwoo's shadow soldiers appear, including the Ice Bears. This is how a fierce battle begins between Jinwoo's shadow army and the forces of the Ice Elf leader. The Ice Elves try to shoot arrows at Jinwoo's group while fleeing from the confrontation, but Jinwoo intervenes and eliminates the attackers. During the process, Jinwoo realizes that the elves need magic to regenerate, but their mana is running out, and the enemy boss, named Baruka, is stronger than him. The shadow soldiers won't be enough to defeat him, so Jinwoo needs a more powerful strategy. Baruka, the leader of the Ice Elves, presents himself to Jinwoo. After exchanging names, the battle begins. Jinwoo struggles to injure Baruka due to his superior strength. However, Jinwoo's shadow mages manage to launch a massive fireball that hits Baruka. Amid the chaos, Kim regains consciousness and runs to attack Jinwoo. At the same time, Baruka also charges at him from the opposite direction. But just when it seemed like Jinwoo was cornered, Igris appears. With his sword, Igris creates a dense smoke and strikes through Kim. Kim grows frustrated upon realizing that Jinwoo had anticipated everything from the beginning. Jinwoo extracts Kim's shadow and turns him into a shadow soldier, naming him Iron. Meanwhile, Baruka faces off against Iron. The battle is so impressive that Jinwoo's group watches in disbelief, as they had never witnessed anything like this. Igris, Jinwoo, and Iron join forces against Baruka. While Iron keeps him distracted, Jinwoo takes the opportunity to strike, avoiding a fatal blow from the enemy leader. Shortly after, Baruka's army is completely annihilated by Jinwoo's shadow army. Enraged, Baruka decides to confront Jinwoo directly, convinced that if he eliminates him, the entire shadow army will fall. However, Jinwoo uses his ability to throw his weapon, retrieving it with his hand and destroying Baruka's weapon in the process. Jinwoo orders Iron to immobilize Baruka while the mages attack him with fire, leaving him frustrated. Taking advantage of the moment, Jinwoo undoes his concealment and tells the leader that it's over. Finally, Iron delivers the finishing blow, defeating Baruka. With the leader defeated, the portal to leave the area appears, but before leaving, Jinwoo decides to try one last thing. The portal turns blue and Jinwoo's group appears, leaving Baek confused because Kim and other hunters from his guild are not with them. As the leader of the guild, Baek demands an explanation from Jinwoo about the disappearance of 6 of his members. However, Jinwoo, tired, tells him to speak with his guild members. Baek, upset by Jinwoo's words, insists that he needs answers. Jinwoo responds that he rescued 2 of them, and that Baek should thank him. Acknowledging his mistake, Baek apologizes and orders Sangmin to recruit Jinwoo for his guild at all costs, to which Sangmin agrees. Jinwoo takes Song Yi home and then reflects that he could have had the leader's weapon, but didn't manage to get it after 3 attempts. Jinwoo thinks this is a waste of time, but remembers it's not, because if he was able to extract Kim's shadow and create iron, it's not a loss. The next day, Jinwoo, Song Yi, and Jinho are on their way for a mission.